Hello, I'm Mrs. Welch, and I'm privileged to serve as the advisor of the Tri-M Chapter 2836 at West Arundecoit High School. Tri-M Music Honor Society, formerly known as Modern Music Masters, is a high school and middle school music honor society and is a program of the National Association for Music Education. It is designed to recognize students for their academic and musical achievements and to provide leadership and service opportunities to young musicians. Each chapter is student-run, and there are approximately 6,200 participating chapters in several countries, including Jordan, Korea, Manila, and China, just to name a few. To be eligible for membership, a student must maintain an cumulative average of 90 or above, be presently enrolled in a music course at their school, and be recommended for membership by their school's music faculty. Tri-M was founded in 1936 by Alexander Harley and his wife Frances. At the time, Harley was the band director and music department chairman at Maine Township High School in Park Ridge, Illinois. Initially, Harley, along with his wife, decided that Tri-M members should be among the finest technical and academic musicians at the high school. They were one of the first organizations in their area to organize canned food and clothing drives and community concerts at nursing homes, civic organizations, and community events. In their first year, the members of Tri-M presented over 300 concerts. Our chapter at Arundecoit High School was established in 1997. We've enjoyed a rich history of service to community, school, and our music department through student leadership since its inception. Today, we introduce new members, recognize current members, as well as congratulate our seniors as life members. In 24 years of advising this group, I never thought that I would be addressing you in the manner that I am today. But we have been reminded in the last year that there is a need in our collective psyche for caring, giving, and citizenship through the arts. Now more than ever, we need young people to own and direct their futures with compassion for those around them. Now is the perfect time to indoctrinate young people into a culture of citizenship through music. It doesn't have to be on a stage in an auditorium. Although it's true that we are stronger together, we can plan together and act in small, powerful groups. We can achieve together in collaboration, even if we are engaging in small groups. We do not have to wait for one to lead the pack of many. We can gather ideas and move independently while still belonging to something bigger than ourselves. Every day is a good day for any one of us to make a difference through music. Today, we are introducing and inducting new members with great ideas. As a part of the application process, students submit proposals for future service projects. Our inductees want to bring music to daycare centers, retirement homes, nursing home facilities, community centers, parks, hospice homes, homeless shelters, and farmers markets. They want to design mentor programs, collect toys, food, household items, and clothing. There was even a proposal for building small neighborhood lending libraries for our community. We will draw from these ideas each year as we plan ahead. Thank you for taking the time to be with us virtually this evening, as we know that so many of you are strong leaders and active in many areas of our school community. Now, I would like to introduce Emma Smith, our student performer from the Philharmonic Orchestra.
Thank you, Emma. Hello, everyone. Welcome members, inductees, and families to this year's Tri-M Honor Society induction. My name is Katie Taberski. I am the current president of Tri-M, and it is my honor to congratulate and induct you tonight. Today, I'd like to give you an idea of what Tri-M looks like both with and without COVID. Even through COVID, over the course of the past year, Tri-M has made efforts to bring positive changes to our community through several acts of service and our relationship to music. We always start off the year in November, gathering on Veterans Day. We spend the morning of that weekend making lasagnas for the veterans. It's a great first activity for everyone to bond and get to know each other better. We always gather in big groups and make food all morning. This year we met in the Dake Fax room as normal, where we split into smaller groups because of COVID and began our baking. By early afternoon, many lasagnas were delivered to the Open Door Mission downtown. In December, we gather for bell ringing for the Salvation Army to raise money for charity. Typically done at Eastview Mall, our Tri-M members cheerfully ring bells and sing Christmas carols for passing shoppers. Last year, Tri-M added a brand new service activity where we caroled for patients on dialysis. It was a huge success and a wonderful way to spread cheer during the holiday season. Unfortunately, due to COVID, we could not physically gather at a dialysis center this year to carol. However, through the help of technology, we were able to virtually deliver many performances to spread some cheer. In February and early March of this school year, many of our members attended Food Link to help sort and organize food to then be given away to people in need. Typically, Tri-M prefers to do this in a large group where we can all go together at the same time. However, due to COVID, this year we could not sign up as one big group, and we had many of our members go in pairs or smaller groups, which ended up being a wonderful success for us. In 2020, before our year was cut short, Tri-M had the opportunity to volunteer and help out with our school's unified basketball home games. We are hoping that Tri-M will be able to do that again this year, abiding COVID rules or whatever comes after that. It was through a connection to a fellow member through our high school's youth advocacy club that Tri-M was able to help out with these games. Our members ran the scoreboard and announcements and were able to give a helping hand in general. It was a wonderful way to help the games go more smoothly and a great experience for us to help cheer on our team. As the school year winds down, Tri-M stays active in its community and service. In May, during our school's Arts Festival, Tri-M will run a table in the Commons where we will write letters to veterans who are also alum of Irondequoit High School. Since we are a musically oriented group, some of our projects do relate to music. In normal years, we would have several of our instrumentalists volunteer and model and demonstrate their instruments at our school's instrument night here at the high school for the third graders. This is a part of our music department's new approach to recruiting younger players and getting them ready for their fourth grade instrumental music experience. Tri-M members assist teachers in one of their first steps to matching up some third graders to what just might be their forever instrument. It's very exciting that our members get to be a part of those first steps and that process. In the past, Tri-M also assists our alum Elijah Culp in his annual benefit concert, memorializing the friendship and love inspired by our classmate Michael Lynch. In addition to these service projects, Tri-M members are also ushers for concerts and shows and provide performances for the 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade award ceremonies that occur at the high school. It is through these bi-weekly meetings, ushering, service projects, and of course our corny Tri-M t-shirts that make Tri-M a notable group and something to be proud of. I would like to thank our current members and officers who have actively participated this year. Even through all this corona craziness, we were still able to have a positive impact on our community. I would like to congratulate all of you being inducted tonight. I hope all of you take this opportunity to be more active in your community and make small contributions toward big changes. You are joining a very active group of students who use music and service projects to make a difference in our school and the community around us. We are very excited to welcome you and to see what you will contribute to Tri-M. Now Victoria Perez will read our new memberships.
Thank you, Katie, and now we'll be presenting the new memberships. Alex Anderson, Allison Austin, Ella Bilkufin, Catherine Bondi, Alexandra Cognata, Josiah Cottrell, Lucas Del Savo, Gio Imbergia, Samantha Marriott, Ellery McClenathan, Ava Paulo, Stephen Patchett, Maren Penner, Delaney Piano, Amelia Reed Miller, Grace Richardson, Megan Rusi, Aiden Stewart, Maura Taberski, Owen Tiroli, Alexis Wilson, and Michael Wood. And now on to Megan to recognize the continuing membership.
We will now be recognizing our continuing membership. Aiden Amy, Madison Anderson, Charlie Bohr, Katie Mae Shalom, Lily Doyle, Quinn Getz, Will Matuska, Allison Mungeon, Samantha Mura, Maddie Sweeney, Jenna Burns, Tommy Castellon, Olivia Castellone, Luke Shalom, Peter Clements, Ethan Conlon, Lily Cunningham, Mackenzie Dale, Johnny Durand, Emily Dano, Leah Del Neza, Logan DeLeo, Elliot Duckworth, Ella Governale, Nathan Pedersen, Emma Smith, Jesse Vita, Annalise White, and Annabelle Zolman. We will now be presenting our guest keynote speaker, Mr. Bakari Smith.
Hello, everyone. My name is Bakari Smith, and I am a class of 2013 alumni of IHS. So first off, I want to say congratulations and welcome to my fellow newly inducted lifetime members of the Tri-M Music Honor Society. It's well deserved. Although it doesn't feel like it's been that long or anything close to that long, it was 10 years ago that I was actually in the same exact position that you guys are in today. So I'm very fortunate, even 10 years later, to still be connected with my friends and fellow members of IHS Tri-M, even to still be connected with Mrs. Welch, and to basically still have the memories and all the fun and all the lasagnas we would make around Thanksgiving, or the fun we had painting music stands or things like that. It's really fun to reflect on those things and still talk about them even now. So when I think about where I was 10 years ago and how I felt, I began to realize that some of those feelings haven't changed in some senses. So basically, Tri-M was the first society I'd ever been inducted to, professional or as an honor society. It's the first one ever. I was 15. And so I was becoming a member of IHS's, best and brightest. It was led by IHS's best and brightest. They were the most talented musicians that I knew in the school, and they were like really, really, really smart. They're honestly brilliant. So it was interesting because I never really thought of myself as, one of them, if that makes any sense. And so sometimes I still feel that way even now. As an engineer, I work with very, very brilliant and knowledgeable engineers, or sometimes even as a musician, I'm playing on the stage with national recording artists, and I, again, still sometimes feel like I'm not one of them. We know that now. We call it imposter syndrome. But I wanted to tell you guys that you are now among the same group of students, and I just want you to know that you deserve to be here. You didn't just fall into being inducted into this ceremony. You were specifically chosen to serve and to lead in your community. You're all, sometimes it will be in your musical giftings, sometimes it will be in community service, but you are all very smart, you're all very talented, you're all very impressionable people, and that's what's going to help make this community better, and with you being in this honor society. So, basically what I wanted to say is, like, as I said before, there were some feelings that haven't changed. One of the primary feelings that also hasn't changed is my desire to help people, to serve, and to better my community. So that helped shape like what my career path was and what I wanted to do with my life. So even when it comes to my musical endeavors or my current involvement with professional organizations, basically I have the same desire that I had before, to be of help, to be of service. And I know that you guys have similar desires as well. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. So, that desire also is what helped me overcome my imposter syndrome, if that makes sense. So like many of you, I started with my instrument. I play the saxophone, and I started at 10. I started my formal music education under Mrs. Rank at Iroquois Middle School. I was also an urban suburban student, so I lived in the city. I still live in the city, on the southwest side in the 19th Ward. So when I began playing, my mother had my brother and I join the Southwest Area Neighborhood, or SWAN, community band. So SWAN is a local community-based organization. It helps develop and it helps support members of the neighborhood in different programs and ways. So sports, music, educational opportunities, all types of things. They basically help the community. So I played in the community band. My mom had us join the community band. And I learned a lot about jazz music, jazz history, and jazz music history as it pertains even to Rochester, because there's a ton of jazz history right here, right in the city. So we would play at places like, fairs, local fairs, or nursing homes, churches, all types of events, community events, basically just bringing music and bringing the love of music around the city. So one of the most notable members, his name was Jose Taylor. He was primarily a woodwind player, and he also helped teach me how to play the saxophone, in addition, to school with Mrs. Rank. But he was very known throughout the city. He would talk to literally anybody and everybody. Like, you would see him on the street, and he'd just stop and talk to you. And if you let him, he would talk your ear off. Like, you could be sitting there for a while talking to Mr. Jose. He was known most for playing around the city. He'll be downtown and just open his case and play a saxophone. Or he'll be at the public market, open his case, play the saxophone. And he would just enjoy sharing music with the community just for the sake of it, even if it was in a very informal setting. But he is also, he was very known for teaching music to adults and to children when it comes to reading music, when it comes to learning an instrument. He also taught martial arts. So he was, again, very well known. He loved giving. He loved helping. He loved doing anything that he could to basically make his community's days a little brighter. He didn't, have a lot of formal education. He didn't have a lot of money. He didn't have, a lot of political influence or any power, things like that. But he did have a desire and a spirit of servitude and a lot of relationship with his community. So whatever he could offer, he did that. And he lived that lifestyle of humility. He lived a lifestyle of selflessness. He lived a lifestyle of giving. Unfortunately, he passed away about 5 years ago, but he left a lasting impact on our community. There's even a picture book, actually, that was recently written about him. So I say all of that, basically, that even when you have times of feeling, like the imposter, like I sometimes feel as well, that I felt then and even sometimes now, the only thing that you really need to make a lasting impact on someone's life is a willingness and a desire to serve, a willingness and a desire to help somebody, or a willingness and a desire to use your privilege, to use your talents, to use whatever you can offer to make life a little better for someone or anyone else, be they in school, be they out on the street, be they at your job, wherever you are. That's all you really need. So, the world is different than what it was 10 years ago. And typically we would have been sitting in an auditorium at IHS, which would have been considered a mass gathering, according to today. No one had any idea that the world would look the way that it does today. And even though there has been a lot of pain and a lot of sickness and a lot of suffering, and everything is completely just turned upside down, that's also left us with more opportunities to serve, more opportunities to help. We are now aware of, when it comes to racial justice, we are now more aware of hunger and poverty. We are now more aware of just all types of aspects that impact quality of life. And so now we have another opportunity to use our gifts and our talents and our privileges and our skills, basically to just help benefit other people. And that's what you were chosen here to do. And so I just want to say congratulations on your induction. You are very special people. You are very smart people. You are very talented people. And you were chosen again because it is seen that you have a light within you that you want to share and that you can share with others. So not only have you, demonstrated the qualities to join Tri-M, but you have demonstrated the potential to carry out the mission of Tri-M. And so I wish you all the best in your respective endeavors. And once again, congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. And now I'd like to introduce Jesse Vita to recognize our lifetime members.
And now we have the life memberships of those students at Chapter 2836 of Tri-M in Irondequoit High School. Nolan Ario, Megan Bourdreau, Cody Coddington, Grace Lozier, Mary Grace Mancini, Cole Mura, Victoria Perez, Ethan Reister, Claire Steckley, Katie Taberski, and David Vanille. And now we have the loyalty song performed by all of our life members.